Hey everybody, it's Mike from Orderflows here, and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you could join me for today's video, where I'll be talking about today's order flow activity. The interesting order flow that came out. It was a Fed day, and they kept rates unchanged. However, they're sort of, in my opinion, leaning. They're quote prepared to raise rates if appropriate. Um, even though I see people tweeting out, "Oh, the Fed has paused." Well, yeah, they paused for today, but we still got. I think we got a meeting in November still. I think so. I mean, who knows? We'll see. A lot of the stuff that comes out of the Fed's mouth seems to be make no sense at times. And I'm not an economist. I don't claim to be an economist. I'm not going to sit here and dissect their words, their statements on what they what they put out there, because as sometimes these politicians and even the Fed governors and the head of the Treasury, a lot of things that they say just really makes no sense at the end of the day. So again, before I jump in and sort of dissect the order flow as opposed to dissect what the Fed came out and said, if you've been enjoying these videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's important, right? Because one, you want to be notified when I put out a new video, and two, it helps the channel grow, right? It helps other people find this channel. And especially if you leave comments, in the comment section below, especially, if there's something you'd like me to talk about in the order flow, something that's sort of been hanging you up, getting you stuck in your journey as an order flow trader, that you want a little further explanation. I love hearing your feedback. So your support does go a long way in helping this channel grow more, and helps me create content that you can learn from. All right, so let's go ahead and start with today's topic. Again, Fed Day. Okay, and let's see here if I got the simple bar chart here, right? This is, quiet morning coming into the Fed. Let me close this down here. Then, boom, the big drop down, right? We rally back up to those levels and then sell off all the rest of the day. As there was some interesting order flow came in right here, right ahead of the Fed. And it's one of those things where it's like they scratch your head. It's like, who is doing this, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's some congressperson. I mean, it's no secret that Congress people are trading ahead of announcements, and politicians, people in Washington. I don't know. Maybe they communicate. Who knows? Or it could have just been somebody. I've seen guys do this, right? I've seen traders take out put on a big position right ahead of a non-farm payroll number, literally a couple minutes before, sell $1,000 I've seen that, but it's just one of those things that just sort of, it just says, you sit there as someone that watches order flow saying, really? Because, right, this market, okay, again, this is at 12, what time is this? 12:43, 1 o'clock, obviously, all the liquidity is taken out of the market, all the algos shut off, and then, when the Fed says what they're going to say, right, the big headline. But here you got 789, 368, 133, 1033 rather, 844, 220, 151, 730, 739. Market can't get past this. So, I mean, if you were to add all this up together, just really, I've got a little calculator here, 789, 368, 1033, 844, 220, 151, 730, 739. It's almost 5,000 contracts, 4,874. That's a lot of volume, especially on a day that's Fed day, when, I mean, if you're looking back here earlier, right, if you watch this market, it's a boring as heck market today. The volumes are very light because it's Fed day, right? No one's really doing anything. You're seeing these bars, some of these bars, 2,000, but that's about it. 900, 1,100, 800, 725, 500, 600, 868. Okay. Not a lot of volume going through, right? Even the volumes that are trading, it's about 100, if that. And then that's a generous average. I mean, some bars are a little bit more. I mean, some levels, 162, basically 18, 41, inside the bar, 30, 99, 82, 98, 50, right? So it's nothing, right? And then literally, you know, this is about 15 minutes before the number comes out. Big seller comes in here. Okay. Now, if you look at, I just happen to have the depth map here. Okay. 44.95. Okay. And you can see it's iceberged, right? Because you're seeing right here. Okay. Let me just take it back tick by tick. Okay. Right here, right? Market is coming down. You don't see big size. 147 on the offer. 182 on the offer, right? Remember, this volume is at 95, 44.95. Where's the big order there, right? It's an iceberg order, right? And, you know, honestly, you know, you're seeing a big iceberg order like that. That's the type that if you're watching the footprint, you're going to see. If you're watching this, right, this market depth map, now this is the Ninja Trader one, the book map one takes it a bit further, right? They'll actually show you, you know, sort of like these delta balls or whatever they call it. I don't know, those big balls. So you can see a lot of volume trading in there. This is just showing you the depth of market. Wouldn't mind getting my hands on the book map, but I'm just so, I got a lot of stuff going on with order flow. And you see 182 on the offer. So you don't see the whole size, but it's refreshing. 138, but it's trading, right? 135. Right? You don't see, you know, someone plopping down here for 1,000 contracts or 1,500 or anything more than about 100. 155. 141. You know, 146. 147. 137. You know, 155. 143. You know, people, oh, there's a big bid here, 563, right? They're getting hard on seeing this big bid. Oh, market's got to go up. And it does go up. But again, are you going to get long at 12:53, right ahead of the announcement in 7 minutes? You know, I don't know. I'm hesitant to even get shoot. I don't want to put anything on. But it's just uncanny that big offer that came in there came in so close to the announcement, right? Then we rally up. Okay, let's just mark this, right? Let's remember this area here, 44.95. Okay. Fed announcement, market sells off to the low, right? Makes new lows, makes new lows, makes new lows. Or no, not new lows, but double bottom here. Comes back up, gets past 95, comes all the way back up here to 45.00. Okay, now again, a nice level, 4,500, right? Nice psychological level. Nice volume up here, 1,306. It is a bearish prominent point of control as well, which is, you know, a nice sign. Let's take a look at the heat map here. There's that big red bar down. Then it comes right back up here. Okay, let's take a look again. You can see it's right here, 300. Okay. You know, it's decent size. Even here is 200 at 99.75, 326, 339. But it's trading 1,300 contracts. You're looking here, still 300. So you know it's an iceberg, right? That's how you can detect an iceberg, right? If you're watching a footprint and watching a dome or a depth of market, that's how you can tell there's an iceberg here, okay? Now, again, this I drew this line out, this 95 area, because, you know, I'm always curious to see how when the market comes back to it. However, it's a Fed day, okay? Now, I personally, I think it's a little bit fishy that close to 5,000 contracts get sold right ahead of a number. I mean, who knows? I mean, again, I'm not trying to insinuate anything. You know, it could be somebody just maybe flattening their position. Who knows? You know, but the conspiracy theorist in me says something's up. You know, it's like the whole thing with the Maui fires. You know, those poor folks over there. People, you know, my wife and I, hey, maybe we should paint our roof blue. It's like, okay, so the number came out. So I'm not looking for this 44.95 area to be, you know, this was resistance. Now we broke down through. I'm not looking for it necessarily to be resistance at this point, because after this bar prints, right after the Fed announcement, sort of what happened to the left of that in my opinion, is rear view mirror. I can't use what I saw here necessarily in my current analysis because everything's changed, right? Everybody was waiting for this announcement to come out one way or the other, and they're adjusting their portfolio and everything. So the flows afterwards are going to be much stronger than the flows before it, okay? But this is important to me. Point of control on the extreme. It's a bearish prominent point of control. It's a bearish order flow ratio, 0.54. So I know there's stopping volume up here, right? Everything, all the alerts are going off in my head of, you know, a market that's about to turn. And it came back up here, tested it again. Again, only traded 38. And again, how can you tell that's an iceberg, right? Well, you can see here, right, it's still only showing 238, okay? 373, came right back up, tested that, came down, right? And then that was it, okay? And then went lower, lower, lower. Eventually, took out the lows. Had a nice little bounce. I thought the market could potentially rally off this low here at 44.70, just based off of what I've seen in the order flow. You know, that bearish value area here, bullish, not bearish, bullish, bullish, but it's just going sideways. And again, I've got a lot of bullish value areas here. The market's not rallying. If anything, it's putting in, you know, this is our little swing high off this low. Puts in, you know, bullish value area, bullish value area, bullish value area. Comes back here with a lower high than this one. Bearish value area. Starts trading down. Again, I get a bullish prominent point of control, but I already had a bunch of bullish things here. And the market hasn't rallied, so, you know, I'm not necessarily looking for this market to all of a sudden rally, and it doesn't. It sells off, right? Makes a new low, sideways, new low, sideways, new low. Gets a little bit of a bounce, right? It hits this new low here at 64.5. Going sideways, got the bullish value area here. Starts to rally, okay? You know, decent deltas coming in off the low, 382, 738, 528. And then nothing. Then it goes sideways. Right? People asking, how do you know, market's chopping? Well, if I'm getting bullish information, bullish order flow like here, and even over here, and the market can't rally, to me, that's not necessarily a sign of chop. It's a sign of a sideways activity. It's a sign of a market that's struggling to make a move. If the market's struggling to make a move, chances are it's either going to go sideways, like it did, and then eventually fail. Right, or break down in this case. Okay, and then boom, the rug gets pulled again, and we trade all the way down to, you know, this area, down, 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 even into the cash close. After the cash close, kept making new lows before finally just flatlined down here. But yeah, I mean, that was it. You know, the interesting order flow. People say, did you trade it? You know, why are you talking about this stuff? You don't trade it. You know, there's certain days you should stay out of the market. I know Fed day is a day I should be staying out of the market. Right? No one's putting a gun to your head saying you got to trade every single day. Right? Because why? Is particularly because of a day like this, the volatility in the market from 98 3/4 all the way down to the low here at 84. Then the next bar continues it down to 78. Okay. And then it rallies back up to 99. You know, that's why you stay out of these markets. Now, there's some traders, honestly, they're very adept in picking up changes and they could trade it. Kudos to them. More power to them. You know, I applaud you if you're one of those traders. But again, not everybody trades the same way. Not everybody has the same outlook of the market, time-wise, you know, being in a trade, and risk management-wise. All right. So just bear that in mind. So that's going to wrap up this video on, you know, today's Fed activity, or I say Fed activity, but Fed day with the order flow. So again, if you find these videos helpful for your understanding of order flow, let me know. And, you know, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If there's any topic you'd like me to cover, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section as well. So thanks, everyone, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.